Another fire, this time in the west of Australia. Here the soil is so poor and the climate so dry that tall trees can't grow. Instead, there's a rich variety of bushy plants. The grass tree has a shock of long leaves that burn fiercely but quickly. It is neither a grass nor a tree, but a strange relation of the lilies. What looks like a woody trunk is a fibrous stem that has a special protection. The grass tree sheds its leaves each year, but their bases remain attached to the stem and produce a thick gum that glues the whole lot together into a very effective fireguard. Even if it doesn't save every one, most will survive. Indeed, every species here has to have the ability to live through at least a brief fire. Otherwise, it would quickly lose its place in the community. It's 8 months since the fire, and the bush has recovered in a most dramatic way. The fire stimulated the various plants in at least 4 different ways. Its sheer heat baked these fruits of the Banksias, opening the windows on the sides and allowing the seeds to fall to the ground. The fire also produced great volumes of ethylene gas, and that triggered the grass tree, after it had regrown its burnt leaves, to put up this huge green spike, which will ultimately carry its flowers. The smoke of the fire was the stimulus which caused seeds that had lain dormant in this sand for the last 20 years or so since the last fire. It triggered them to produce the annual plants which are now springing up. And it was the sudden superabundance of nutrients produced by the fire in its ash which allowed the perennial plants like this lovely cat's paw to cover the whole ground with colour. Within a few years, the whole community is fully restored. The fire was an opportunity for the social struggle to begin again. Each individual plant had to fight once more for living space, profiting or suffering from the speed at which it recovered, or its suitability to any slight change in the terrain that the fire created. But overall, the character of the bush remains unchanged.